All right, we're here with Terry Gorman of the World Insurance Associates to talk about partnerships we just formed with their organization to provide health care to clubs and courses around the state. Terry, why are we supplying the opportunity for health care to the state golf courses?
Well, it's a great value, Kevin, to your member organizations. As it stands now in the marketplace, they have to each go out on their own and purchase health insurance, and mostly in the small group market, which unfortunately in New Jersey and the New York area is the most expensive way to purchase health insurance for the employees of those organizations. By the State Golf Association sponsoring a program like this, it allows all the participating members that want to come in and be part of the program to be looked at as one large group rather than 20 or 30 or 40 very small groups. And therefore you get much better buying power. So you're going to get better rates and higher quality insurance at the same time.
And is this a new opportunity? Is it that the state has just allowed this to start happening with associations?
This program was actually developed about 3 years ago by a partner organization of ours that's based out in Atlanta, and it's set up on a platform that it supersedes any of the state requirements. It reports to the Department of Labor, the Federal Department of Labor, through the ERISA laws, and so because of the structure of the program, it's an ERISA plan, and so it doesn't have to respond to any of the state mandated rules and regulations.
So it's a great opportunity for the clubs to take advantage of the economies of scale. That's really what it's all about. We're grouping together as the association. All the clubs come together, and then they'll be able to get better rates eventually, right?
Definitely better rates, and while the better rates initially up front are really, really important, what's even more important is the ongoing renewals will be much steadier, much more predictable than what they're used to in the small group market now. In the small group market now, many employers feel like there's a roulette wheel that the underwriters of the various insurance carriers play with each year to determine what's going to be the increase this year. Is this going to be the 6% year, or the 16% year, or the 25% year? And you never know. When you have a bigger spread of risk like we're going to have with this program, it's much steadier, and typically the rate increases, if any, are go along medical trend lines.
Is it going to be something that makes a difference for all clubs, all courses? Is it going to work out well for all?
No, there will be the exceptions to the rule. There will be courses that either are in a program and the general age of their population is so young that they have pretty good rates now, or on the other side of the coin, you might have a club that has some seriously older employees in there, or people with very, very bad medical conditions that would cause them to skewer the rates for everybody, and they're better off where they are, quite possibly.
Yeah. The health insurance coverage itself, is it a quality program?
It's a high quality program. In fact, it'll be better health insurance for the vast majority of the members that choose to participate, because it has all the features, all the bells and whistles, and the level of service that large employers are used to, rather than what these people that are in these groups that are in the small and mid market are typically used to. So, we have 2 different national networks that are available that each club and member course can choose from, either the Cigna National Network, which everybody knows Cigna, or the PHCS network, which is part of a reference-based pricing option that clubs and member courses can choose as well.
So there's multiple plans. It's not one plan has to fit all. Clubs are going to have some choice here.
We'll put together, working with you and the board, we'll put together 6 or 7 different plan design options that range from very low deductibles and low out-of-pocket costs that are going to be a little bit more expensive to higher deductibles and higher out-of-pocket costs. And then the clubs can choose which plan or plans make the most sense for their particular club and their employees. A lot of clubs will, and a lot of courses will choose, hey, we're going to offer this, this mid-level plan with a $3,500 deductible, but we'll let our employees buy down to the $1,500 deductible if they want to do so. So there's going to be a lot of options for the organizations to choose from.
So it sounds almost too good to be true. It's a unique opportunity for clubs that have been out there spending a lot of money on health insurance to garner some savings here. Is it do we have a sense of what those savings could be, or how do we get to know when do we get to know what the rates are?
Sure. So we do have a sense, just based on experience that we've had with other groups, especially in the New York, New Jersey marketplace, that participating members can expect to save somewhere between 20 and 35% on the annual cost of their health coverage. Getting there is a little bit complicated and requires some work. So because of the structure of this program, it's actually underwritten. So it's looked at like large group coverages are looked at. And so we have underwriters that assess the risk of the population and determine what the rate should be and which kind of rating tiers each of the different organizations should be in. To get to there, we have to go through an underwriting process. And step one of that underwriting process, which is where we are right now, is getting employees of each of the clubs that want to find out whether or not the program works for their particular organization, having their employees spend 10 minutes to go through a HIPAA-certified, secure portal and answer health questions on behalf of themselves and any family members that they want to cover. Once we have somewhere between 300 and 500 employees that have gone through and filled that information out, we're able to send that information off to the stop-loss underwriters who will put together the rates for all the various different plan designs. Right now we have about 75 employees that filled it out, so we still got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, and I know we started reaching out to clubs back in September of last year, and then we kind of shut it down once the club shut it down, and we didn't really go back to the clubs and ask the managers to get their employees signed up. But so now we have about 70 employees. We need to get to 300 to 500 in order to secure the rates, and I think that's our first step, right? That's what we need to have clubs kind of step up to kind of take advantage of the opportunity by having their employees sign up. But there's no real obligation for the club at that point, is there?
No, there is not. There's no obligation until we've come back to each of the clubs with the rates for the various plan designs. At that point in time, it would make sense for each of those participating members to look at what we have, compare it to what they have and what their upcoming renewal is going to look like, and make the decision as to whether it's right for their property at that point in time.
Yeah, and really at this stage, it's kind of like being a team player on our association. Getting your employees signed up, have them go through the portal and fill out their information, just so that we can get the rate, and then we'll see how much savings are available, and then the opportunity be obviously more enticing to the clubs because they'll know what the rates are.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything more about the program? Is there anything with regard to the details of how the clubs should be contacting us in order to sign up?
Well, the important thing is we have the portal set up, and we have a link to the portal. I believe it's on the New Jersey State Advocacy on your website and everything. And then we here at World, Jason, myself, other members of the team are here to walk any of the general managers through what the process is to get their employees and to help them make their employees understand that this is very secure and this is not obligating anybody to anything, and the clubs are not going to see what the information that the employees put in there. The New Jersey State Golf Association is not going to see the information that the employees put in there. It's just strictly for the underwriters. So we're here to support the clubs and the courses in any way that they need us to support. We'll go out to the clubs with computers and sit down with the employees if that's what they want us to do to get that. What they need to understand, and again, it's very important to know that this process doesn't obligate them to participate. But if they choose they want to participate, this program comes with bells and whistles that the typical small employer doesn't have access to, but is standard in the large employer marketplace. My favorite one is it's just automatic that every participating member of this program has access to a medical concierge advocacy service. And this is a service where an individual gets a diagnosis that is confusing to them and they don't know where to go. They don't know what their options are. And sometimes doctors will be very non-committal as to this is what you should do, this is why you should do it, or the member might think, oh, this person has a vested interest in me going this way. Well, here is an organization that you can get on the phone with somebody and they can walk through, well, here's all your different options on how to treat this particular condition. Here's the recovery rate for these various different options. And by the way, here are the places and the physicians that do this particular treatment, this particular surgery the best. And once that employee has made the decision, oh, okay, this is the way I'd like to go, that advocacy service will set up that first appointment for them and walk them through the entire process.
Yeah.
It's something that our large employers have access to all the time, but the typical small employer doesn't.
Yeah, it gives the employee a little peace of mind that there's somebody
100%.
fighting for them. It's not just somebody who they're doctors who are out there really to to treat and to help them, but this is somebody on the inside who's going to do the best they can for the particular patient.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's a great opportunity, and we
It
appreciate the partnership that you've that we've formed here at State Golf Association. For more information, you call us at the office. Many of the club managers will be hearing from my staff or Terry's staff to try to get more and more people involved, at least in the initial stage, so that we get the rate set. Thanks for your time, and we look forward to you joining this partnership.
Thanks for having me here, Kevin.
You bet, Terry.